Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and today we are going to review the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus. Now, the fact that we have seen the features of the phone at launch is proof that 2018 is going to be an iterative year for Samsung. We think it might be the same for a lot of smartphones that are going to come out. The design is exactly like its predecessor. The hardware is newer, the camera is newer, but overall the upgrade doesn't really justify as a next generation in smartphones. However, should you consider picking up the S9 Plus? Well, we're about to tell you in this review. Now remember, the price difference between the S9 and the S9 Plus is about 8,000 rupees. And for this difference, you not only get a bigger display, but more RAM and the dual camera setup. So we are going to put all this to the test and tell you if the S9 Plus is a worthy device. Starting from this year's highlight, Samsung has introduced a new dual camera setup with variable aperture functionality. We have already done a detailed camera comparison of the Galaxy S9 Plus's camera setup versus the competition, and you can find a link to that in the descriptor below. Speaking of the camera itself, the Galaxy S9 Plus sports a 12-megapixel wide-angle telephoto dual camera stack at the back. It's actually the same as the Galaxy Note 8, but with a small but significant change: variable aperture. The primary wide-angle 26mm is fitted with a dual aperture module that can shift the aperture from the usual f2.4 to a wider f1.5 for low-light shots. This is where the magic happens. Now, the f1.5 aperture does come into play when the brightness falls below a certain point. You can, however, control it in the Pro mode if you want to get your hands dirty with the camera features on the smartphone. Most of the time, the shots will come out surprisingly good. The details will be quite sharp and the frame will be perfectly lit. But sometimes it becomes difficult to say whether the photo has been taken in a poorly lit surrounding or a well-lit one. There's a lot of light coming in the sensor and it cannot possibly accommodate it all. The Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus can easily light up poorly lit frames better than anyone there, but the finishing touch is missing. If we compare it to the iPhone X and the Pixel 2, everything looks more realistic. The Pixel 2 can preserve the details even better, while the iPhone X will take a better composed shot. Samsung has taken a different approach to low-light photography, and with the Galaxy S9 Plus, it has reached new extremes, both in good ways and bad depending on where you stand. Yet another highlight of the camera is the ability to record slow-motion video at 960 frames per second. The feature is practically useless when there's poor light. It also records the slow-motion video at 720p. Now, talking about the performance, the S9 Plus may be the fastest Android phone out there, but it isn't the fastest phone. That title is still held by the iPhone X and the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, which run on the A11 Bionic. Now, the Exynos 9810 is a great processor. It is, of course, going to compete with the Snapdragon 845 as well. But when it comes to hardcore performance benchmarks, the iPhone X is still the king. But the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus is no slouch. It will run everything you throw at it. Nevertheless, despite a no-show in benchmark results, the Galaxy S9 Plus, which comes with 6GB of RAM and up to 256GB of storage, is no slouch. It can handle just about anything you throw at it. The next big change this time is new AR emoji, which, as you can guess from the name, is a rival to Apple's Animoji. It seems like a work in progress though.
Oh yes, Samsung doesn't use a 3D mapping dot projector like the iPhone X. It also doesn't provide enough diversity to accommodate every unique user. Also, they are not the same as Animojis.
Unlike Animojis that animate the regular emojis with your facial expressions, AR emojis are essentially various expressions of your face. But the best part about them is that you can share them on any app, unlike Animojis that can only be shared via iMessage. Coming back to things that matter, the curved edges of the screen also double up as a productivity hotspot. You can swipe from the edge to bring up your favorite apps, contacts, and other options. The UI is now more lightweight than ever, but it's quite complicated for someone new to the ecosystem. The settings menu is not as intuitive as stock Android, and Samsung's new intelligent scan, which combines the iris scan and the face recognition, is visibly slower than the competition. The fingerprint sensor, even though more ergonomically placed this time, is not the fastest around. For the uninitiated, the panel on the S9 Plus is a Quad HD Super AMOLED display with a 6.2 inches with the edges curved to blend with the rest of the body. The display stretches from the top to the bottom with an 18:9 aspect ratio and a pixel density of 529 pixels per inch. You now get 4 display modes for Photo, Cinema and Basic. The adaptive display mode switches between the 3 modes automatically and works just like iPhone's True Tone display. As far as design is concerned, the Galaxy S9 Plus looks almost exactly like the S8 Plus. The S9 Plus continues to have a highly streamlined design where the display curves along the edges to blend into the rest of the body. Also, the 3.5mm headphone jack survives. Samsung has shaven the bezels off the S9 Plus and the display now takes up even more real estate on the front. Yet another thing that remains unchanged in the Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus is the battery. It still has the same 3500 mAh battery that we found in the S8 Plus, and that's okay considering the explosive fiasco we saw with the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. Thanks to the new chipset though, the 3500 mAh battery can last a little bit longer than its predecessor, but only slightly. PC Mark's battery test ran for about 11.5 hours, which is nearly the same as the S8 Plus. In the real world, you can get about 13 to 14 hours of screen on time. So yes, it is safe to say that Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus is the best smartphone out there that money can buy if Android is the way that you need to go. It has a great camera, great display, great hardware performance, and pretty good battery life as well. It's a complete package what you would expect from a flagship device. However, having said that, if you have a Samsung Galaxy S8 or S8 Plus, there's very little motivation for you to upgrade to this device. If you are coming from an older Android device, you can definitely consider the S9 and S9 Plus. However, if you are getting a great deal on the S8 and S8 Plus, you can consider those as well at a lower price point, because the difference though in camera is there, it isn't that big a leap. Maybe the S10 will be something that will redefine everything and you could wait for that. You can always let us know what you thought of this video in the comment section below. If you liked it, you can hit the like button. If you disliked it, you can always hit the dislike button. And for more videos like this one, you can subscribe to our channel.